With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Jackson. This is complete to Michael Thomas. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Now it's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ted Hendricks making his presence felt.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Vick finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Vick. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Vick. Man open, that's Terrell Owens. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. First down, Vick. He's got Smith here. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Vick throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Terrell Owens, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. Vick now, and that's caught by Smith. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Vick and the offense will start 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Here's Vick. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Steps, touchdown, Dallas Cowboys. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offense.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Jackson now under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yeah, Sanders now to return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Vick now from the 50, forced out to his left. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Vick dancing to his left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Vick, and an alley to run. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. The business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. They'll try to throw it here. Vick. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Operating from the gun, Vick, and this will be caught. So the try for 2, good, and it pushes them out to a 15-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Play action. Now Jackson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's Michael Vick. And a first hookup with his veteran tight end, Dallas Clark. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Vick will look to throw on 1st down. This is caught. Clark. And stopped a few. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
Riley Dixon has the ball on the tee, ready to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Now Jackson on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Mel Renfro, the Hall of Famer. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. After the interception, here's Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson going to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. First carry for the Hall of Famer, Emmitt Smith. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Here's Jackson. And he whips that one incomplete there. Gronkowski, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
To throw is Jackson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 2nd down now. It's Smith, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Jackson from the shotgun. He can run for it, and Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. Does the big boy have the juice? And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. How about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Now Emmett. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll stay on the ground with Emmett. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check back 40.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll buy some time right. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holt. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. They set up the screen to Emmett. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Tight end's on the wrinkle. Tight end's on the wrinkle. Hey. 4 down.
Now Jackson. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Throwing is Jackson. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit the sack to Von Miller. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. After the sack on 1st down, Jackson. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again, Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Holt. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. To throw again is Jackson. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Jackson now, 6 of 10 in this 1st half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Texans push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a 1st half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Snatched by the safety end. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Dave Casper, the intended receiver. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your team.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up to about the 20. Six-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Now move. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Jackson on first down. That's to McCaffrey, complete. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's into the clear. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Christian McCaffrey, 66 yards. His guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Let's go now. Let's get this. Check.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 58 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down, Dickerson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the gun, Jackson. being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Scampering home from 19 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Donald coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. Well, what made that toss out to the right so successful? Because it looked pretty easy.
A belief in the play. An absolute execution by all 11 on the offensive side of the ball. Everyone took care of their assignment, but the reason they did so, every time that play's called, they think it's going to go for big yardage. It's their staple play, and they love to run it.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws in a double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Oh, my goodness, was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Well, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Jackson now, escaping the pressure right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Ryan Shazier got him that time, the first-round pick of 2014. On is the Hall of Famer Ray Guy to punt this away on 4th down. Taking it about the 16. 7-7, our score after 1. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
McCaffrey, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action with Jackson. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz. Too fast to handle. And not a blitz there, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run it with Johnson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, Johnson. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And he finds his target. It's sharp. Touchdown, Houston. In for the score. And the Texans have taken the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson, flushed out right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The 14-time Pro Bowler Tony Gonzalez, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Watch tight end. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check, 3 down, 3 down. Hey, go, Mike 40, Mike 40. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. 22, check, cover.
Throwing again. Jackson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And got his man complete. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Odell Beckham, 73 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken short. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching.
David Johnson on his way. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. David Johnson, 76 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Hauschka now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Jackson operating from the gun. He finds his man complete. It's Holt. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Jackson rolling to his right. This will be caught by Randy Moss. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions, because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now Jackson on first down, eluding the pressure right. Pass incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. To throw is Jackson. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Vinatieri's kick is good. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And after the made field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Steps away. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Credit the tackle to Darius Slay. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Jackson got a man. It's Randy Moss, complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Let's see who's faster.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Flush to his right. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, What have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus of the whole
that's
thing.
true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Flushed out right. He finds Beckham complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Eluding the pressure right. Fighting through. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Flush to his right, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. Play action. It's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there. hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And after the made field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Here we go.
Their own 28-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Here's Jackson off the play fake. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Holt. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Got a man, it's Randy Moss. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A very solid gain of 27.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ryan Shazier in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. That is caught by Moss. He's got a Jets touchdown. Randy Moss there to make the grab. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. Important extra point up and through. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken short. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. There he goes left side. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
The Jets take over first and 10. Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. They'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the